My name is Chioma Ibeleche and I'm from Imo State. I am a civil servant. I work at a media house, NTA. First of all, I want to thank God for giving me the opportunity to be alive to even talk about it. Because if I were to be dead, I would not be sitting here giving my testimony. I entered this keke with a man who were sitting at the both ends of the keke. So as the keke moved, we passed through, I think this happened at Karu side somewhere in Abuja, and we were moving that night. So I never knew that there were some bike men monitoring that keke. And because it was not a working day, it was a weekend, so anything could happen. There were not much cars on the road. So they felt it was okay for them to drag me out of the moving keke that night just to take hold of my phone. Well, I didn't know initially. What happened was that I felt some people dragging me out. And as a human being, I was trying to withhold both myself and my phone. So I was dragged out and stabbed. They left me on the mirror. They stabbed me and left me there. So a car, I'll call that car a good Samaritan. He came by and asked what happened. So I explained. I was narrating what happened in pains. From there, they took me home, and after that, my parents and my family, they all rushed me to the hospital. And the doctor said I was very lucky because the point where I was stabbed was very close, but I was very lucky. And at that point, I didn't know what they were saying, but I just know that God is so faithful. And because I keep saying this, and I started my fast, I'm not saying fasting is the only thing, but the willingness and the zeal to even start my fast that day. Even though I couldn't continue because I was on drugs after then, but I started my fast. I said I wanted to do fasting and praying. So that alone was enough to even save me. I may be smiling today because this happened last year, 2nd of July. That very night, that very moment, I felt I was not going to make it. It was not the me then and me now are two different things. I'm smiling because I'm a survivor. I'm a miracle. But that very moment, it was, if there's anything more than traumatic, it was because I felt I wasn't going to make it. I was bleeding. That's all I can say. It was extremely traumatic for me. Now, I want to talk about three times I escaped death on that spot. I was stabbed. I didn't die instantly. I was on the main road. I didn't get hit by a car. I was bleeding. I didn't die of bleeding. Three good times I would have gone. So I give God all the glory. And I wish people can see that there is need to always praise God, love God. If you love Him, if you put Him first, He will put you too first.